I'm Perry and I live on a narrowboat. I car camp, have an allotment that I'm not very good at. I'm a creative soul and this is my life in a teacup. Morning peeps. Well, I'm off to Oxford today. Well, when I say today, what I'm doing is I'm meeting a friend in Oxford tomorrow, my friend Kath. Hi Kath. And we're going to spend a couple of days in Oxford, sort of sightseeing. I have been to Oxford before, but it was years ago and it was for a conference when I was sort of working. So it was literally, you know what conferences is like. You go, you stay in your hotel, you have your conference, then you have dinner, you all get pissed. And then you wake up the next day and have to drive home. So I never really saw Oxford, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. But that's tomorrow, which is Sunday, and today is Saturday. And I thought, well, why not? Let's go for a little cheeky camp out. So I'm going to Bicester. I found a lovely little campsite in Bicester. And when I get there, I'll sort of talk to you guys again and show you around a little bit, let you know what it's about. So yeah, my car now stays as a camper. I don't put the seats back because it means I can just take off whenever I want. That's the beauty of car camping, micro camping, camper van camping, whatever sort of camping you do, especially when you're my age, you can sort of take off whenever you like. And if you're working, okay, you've got your free time at some point, and it's great because you just pile in and go and find somewhere wonderful to camp out. So I'll be doing that today, and then, as I say, I'll meet Kath tomorrow. But before I just cut this bit off, I just want to show you something. In one of the vlogs I did before, I did talk about what electronics I've got, and how I charge them up. So I'll just show you. Hold on a second, let's take that off there. Whoops. So what we've got there is, that's my inverter for my tablet, because I for some reason or other it won't charge on a USB to the car, so I have to sort of plug it into the 240. And I've got my power pack for the phone, and for the laptop, obviously, in the evenings if they start to run down, and my Wi-Fi hub. So that's it, and it's all plugged into the cigarette lighter, and then my phone, like most of us, is plugged into the USB because it sort of links up to the radio and everything. So yeah, I'm off. So I'm going to start my engine now. I won't talk to you while I'm driving, and I'll catch you later when I get to Bicester. Have a lovely day. Bye. So this campsite I'm staying on is just stunning, absolutely stunning. What they've done is they've cut out, I'll show you in a bit, there's my car up there, but each pitch is actually cut out, you can see, sort of, so it's got mowed grass, and then all around it it's allowed to grow. I think that's amazing. I think it's brilliant. We need our bees and wildlife. Let's go up to the toilets and the shower block. Look, I've even taken my shoes off so that I can feel grounded. It's always a good feeling. I often do it down the towpath sometimes, just to walk and feel really close to the earth. It's wonderful. Look, right, so here's the toilet block. That's obviously if you've got your disposal, if you've got an Elsan or something on a camper van or a motorhome. Look at these toilets. I mean, look at that, they are absolutely spotless. Hello. Absolutely spotless. And then we've got the pot wash. Make sure I don't stand in any stingers. There we go. And I think these might be the showers, which for sure. Oh, look, aren't they gorgeous? Let's have a look. The little trees outside. So, let me try the other one. Either the other one was easier. It was different when you've got a phone in your hand. There we go. Look, aren't they stunning? Look. Lovely big shower head and everything. Shower curtain. Something to stand on. They're beautiful. And the wood smells gorgeous as well. So yeah, and then there's the waste disposal bins over there. But I think they've done it really well. So look at this. Just beautiful. I'll go and show you my pitch now. The one I'm on is called Hawthorne. There's a couple there's hawthorn and oak field, I think. There's the sign. Everything's very well signposted. They send you a lovely email. There you go, hawthorn. Yeah, they send you a lovely email with really great instructions on of when you come in and what you do, and they give you the number of your pitch beforehand. This is called Francis Farm campsite. Francis. And it's between Banbury and Bicester, I think. Didn't take me long to get here, but look, yay! Just stunning. There's a few campers here at the moment, not many, so it's uber peaceful. Hang on a sec, I just need to bend down. I dropped my keys in my shoes. Right. Yeah, but look again. Just feeling the coolness of the grass is just wonderful. We should take our shoes off more often. Our feet shouldn't be cramped up in shoes. God, I remember the high heels I used to wear. I couldn't imagine putting on a pair of them. Remember having these boots. I was 50 when I had these, and they had the pointiest pointy toes on you've ever seen. Not too high, but very pointy. Anyway, so here I am looking. You can see what I mean. So you've got all the lovely tall grasses, and then the picture's cut out, and each picture's got a number on, and there's a little solar light there as well, so if you come in when it's dark you know where you are. And I've even got my own seating. Not every pitch has them, but most of them do. And you can see, look, where they've cut it out. There we go. It's really fab. And let's open. Oh, I think I locked it. I don't know why I did that. Who's going to steal anything that I've got? Here we go. There she is. It looks a bit dark at the moment because I've put the sun shield on the front window and in the side windows, because obviously it is really hot. And yeah. Oh, look at this. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's time for tea. Afternoon, peeps. You all right? I hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday. Well, I've arrived at the campsite. I've had several cups of tea, and I've had a little wander around, as you can see. And oh, it's stunning, isn't it stunning? So, Francis Farm campsite. I'll put a link in the comments below, because if anyone's thinking of coming car camping or camping, this is perfect, and it's beautiful. And I love the fact that, you know, they've carved out the pitches, so they've mown the grass, and yet around you it's all left natural. You know, it's just beautiful. I mean, I'm sat here now and just watching the grasses sort of flowing in the wind. It's just lovely. And the reason I'm sat inside and not outside was because there's a bit of wind, and it was really playing on the sound for this. I actually recorded another video, but when I played it back to make sure it was okay, all you could hear is the wind in the background. So it would annoy you all. It was annoying me when I was listening to it, so it would annoy you as well, I'm sure. So that's why I'm doing it inside. But yeah, as you saw, the facilities are lovely now. Apparently it's their first year. And I've already spoken to the owner and said that I thought it was fab. And, you know, like she said, it's their first year, so it's experimental at the moment. But I think the way they've done it is just perfect. And there's another field, like I said, where like children can go and dogs and things like that. And then there's this field, Hawthorn, where there's no dogs and no children. It's like adults only. And in this field at the moment, it's just me. There's only about 4 or 5 campers behind me, I think. So I think it's going to be a quiet evening, which is fine. But yeah, the only thing about it I would say, and it's not expensive, but it's expensive than others. I mean, it's £25 a night. Now, when I was up in Scotland, albeit, yes, it was April and, you know, sort of out of season, really, if you like. I think the most I paid was £18 a night. But yeah, £25 a night for one night is fine. If you were going to stay a week, or you were going to stay 3 or 4 nights, that does soon rank it up. However, darling, we are in Oxfordshire. And maybe that's one of the reasons. Or maybe it's because it's new and they've got to reap their money back. I don't know. but to be honest, I think it's worth it. And I mean, bearing in mind, it's cheaper than staying in a hotel, and you've got all your, amenities around you. You've got everything in your vehicle. And yes, to all car campers out there, any campers, I would highly recommend this place. It's stunning. Not a sound. Not a sound. Now, yes, I know where I live is very peaceful as well. And I do love to see boats passing my window and the chug, chug, chug of a narrowboat. And there are times, especially in the evening, because the canal that I'm on doesn't have any locks. It has bridges, and the bridges close at 6 o'clock. And once those bridges close, you can't go through. So there's a time in the evening, once 6 o'clock goes, apart from a few people might be running their engines to boost up their batteries if they haven't got solar power. I'm lucky, I've got solar power on mine, and it feeds me all the electricity that I need. But apart from that, it's very quiet there too. But here, bliss. Let me put this down. So my little toy that I showed you at the end of the other clip, the little black box, you probably gathered, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Oh, what was that? Something's just fallen down the back. Yes, I decided to get one of these beer can fridges. That's the only way I can describe it, really. And it runs on 12 volt and 240, because eventually I want to get myself either a Bluetti or a Jackery, these power banks that you can plug all sorts in. The reason I got it, there's a couple of reasons. Really, because obviously it's summer now and I'm a real cheese freak. I honestly eat cheese in some form every single day. Well, you can probably tell, and whilst I was travelling in April, it was cooler, and I have I'm going to call it a hold. I know it's not, but like the hold of the car, because I don't actually have a spare wheel. I think I mentioned it before. It's a foam thing that you blow up your tyre with, useless anyway. There's all these lovely compartments underneath the floor of the car, and they're sort of outside, inside, if you see what I mean. So in April, I had like a cool bag with that in, but of course I can't do that now because it's too warm. So I bought that. And on trial run today, it's worked perfectly, absolutely perfectly. The only thing I will say, I got it on Amazon. God, I get everything on Amazon. But the reason I do that is because of where I live. I don't actually have an address. So it goes to the local post office, and that's why I order a lot of stuff on Amazon. Now, when it came, I think it had been a return because there was a scratch on it. There were fingerprints all over it. The bag that holds the cords and the cables and everything wasn't a new bag by any stretch of the imagination. There was just something about it I felt had been opened before, and I paid for a new one. So I phoned Amazon, and nice, and just said, look, I think this has been used before. Don't really want to send it back because I need it for today. This was yesterday when it arrived. They were really good, and they just said, well, look, don't worry about returning it, but what we will do is we'll give you £15 off. Give you £15 back. So I was happy with that, obviously, and it's worked a treat, but it's got scratches on it, and I say it had been. So it's proved its purpose. The other reason I bought it is because, as much as I love Vauxhall Vera, I mean, I do love her, she's lovely, and she's got lots of little gadgety things, and really happy with her as a car. I do want a van because, as you can see, I can't really sort of sit up straight. Having said that, oh God, as well as buying that, I bought another mattress. Nothing wrong with the one I've got. The one I've got is an Outwell self-inflating memory foam mattress, and it's fine, but I think it's losing a little bit because I've had it a couple of years, and I bought this sort of mattress that you pump up. It's got an inbuilt pump, so you just sort of pump it with your foot. Now, I must admit, when I opened it, I thought, oh God, this is going to take forever. But it didn't. It was so quick. And I've got it to put underneath this one. But of course, it was bad enough before, the height thing, being in a car, but it's even worse now. So, because it's about, come on, guys, what would you say that was? Sorry about that. So it's about sort of 2 to 3 inches higher, which makes me higher. But one of the reasons I got it was so that I would have it for my new van. So I've got my little fridge and I've got my second mattress. but it is so comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable. So whilst I always slept okay, I think I'm going to sleep super ooper tonight. But yeah, so if I look, let me, oh God, let me prop myself up a bit. I'd never make a great cameraman, would I? I'm useless at this. Look, now you can see I'm touching the top. Oh, and then, and now I'm touching the back of this. Oh, bloody hell. Though having said that, you see this is a godsend. Honestly, I can, you know, when I'm camping for longer periods, I put my pajamas and my towel and bits that I'm going to need, instead of sort of having to struggle into the front seat to get clothes out of my bag. So these nets are great. I would recommend one. But yes, so I am looking for... Don't tell Vera. I don't want her breaking down on me because she doesn't like me anymore because I'm going to sell her. Talking of looking for a van. Oh, I am so frustrated with Facebook at the moment. There are that many scams out there. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you're going to comment and say, oh, I bought a car on Facebook and I never had any problems. I got this on Facebook. Lovely guy. Did it as, you know, full-time job. Wife and kids. I met the wife and, you know, and the children were at school and pictures everywhere. And this was his side hustle, his sideline. Because, you know, the mortgage and kids and family, yeah, you need to make extra bucks wherever you can. And I get it. But there are some people on Facebook at the moment, and it's not just me, it is a thing. I sort of looked up and I Googled it and looked up at reports about it and everything. There are that many scammers online, honestly. I mean, there are some beautiful vans out there, but they're only a few years old and they want like £2,500 for a 2018 Peugeot Partner. Oh, come on, a £2,500. I mean, when I saw the first one, I got really excited. And then I found another one that said exactly the same wording, but it was a different name. And then there was another one where when you messaged, you got a bounce back message to say, please email this particular thing. Now, on the first one, I thought, now this sounds a bit dodgy, but I'll take it to so far. So I emailed to say I was interested in this particular vehicle, and they come back with telling you how to do it. I think they're trying to be Kazoo or Cinch or whatever they're called. They're saying you send them £5,000, they will deliver the car to you. If you don't like the car after 5 days, van I should say, you can send it back, and all they charge you is £125 admin fee. Well, I looked up the company. It was a logistics company. No. There was something a bit dodgy about it, so we weren't going down that road. And then I saw a couple of others and I got the same bounce back email. Different names, different cars, but the same bounce back email. So I thought, no, this isn't right. This ain't right. I'm not having this at all. So I thought, okay, well, I'll ignore all those. Anybody that, you know, anything that looks a bit dodgy, I won't bother with. And then I noticed there was an awful lot of vans with identical descriptions, different vans, different ages, 2016, 2018, 2014, things like that. I can't buy a 2021 or 2022. I can't afford it. But the description was identical. The name was different. The area was different, but the descriptions were identical. And these descriptions say, I've always kept my car in the garage, one owner, HPI or whatever it's called, full service history, all the things you want to hear, but they all say the same thing. Now, okay, you could say, if you're someone who's selling lots of vehicles, instead of typing out the same thing every time you post it on Facebook, you can copy and paste. But not every vehicle you're selling is 1 year old. And not every vehicle you're selling is kept in the garage, especially when you've got about 10 under your name, you know, and they show the vehicles outside a house, making it look all pretty. You know, no, there are a lot of scams. And like I said, I've delved into it and there are a lot of reports on it at the moment. So it's bloody frustrating. And I just think these people that do these scams, whatever they're scamming, if they use their brains, because they've obviously got brains and their intelligence and their IT knowledge to do it honestly, they'd make some good honest money. I mean, they're obviously quite bright. But maybe somebody will scam their mum one day, and maybe they'll understand then what it's like. Luckily for me, touch wood, I've never fallen for anything like that. But you see it all the time. These poor vulnerable people that just take it as value, you know, as value. They trust the process, and it's a shame. Anyway, I've babbled on enough about that. So yes, I'm looking for a van, and this is why I'm sitting really high. And I've got a new fridge because it's all in preparation for my new van. It's all right, Vera, it won't be for a while, but the way things are going. So yeah, so like I said, tomorrow I'm going to stay here tonight. Tomorrow I will be popping off to Oxford, so I'll do some sort of videoing while I'm in Oxford, do some nice sightseeing for you. And yeah, in the meantime, have a fabulous weekend. Hope you're all well. If you're car camping, drop me a comment, let me know what you're doing, or if you're on a narrowboat, or if you're at your allotment, you know, whatever you're doing really. If you want to share, drop me a comment. I'd love to see what people are doing out there. I mean, I'm getting people subscribing from Australia, from New Zealand, I've got California, and somewhere else, I can't remember now, it was somewhere else in the States. And it's great to know that I'm, you know, reaching these corners of the earth. It's just wonderful. So you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll probably talk to you in the morning before I move off. So yeah, I'll probably do a little chatette then, and so catch you in the morning, and catch you when I'm in Oxford. See you later. Bye. Morning, peeps. Wow, I slept incredibly well. Do you remember I said about my 2 mattresses? It was really comfortable, really comfortable. I slept right through. It's unusual these days. But yeah, so I'm sat outside at the moment. That's why I'm speaking a little bit low, because there is a camper down there. They probably can't hear me, but, you know, I'm always respectful. So, look, I've brought my cooker out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make myself some camping toast. Hold on a second. Let's turn that on. Yeah. Do you remember doing this when you were a kid? Oh, the wind's blowing a bit. I always remember when we were children, we were very lucky. My father worked really hard, and we were lucky. We had a car. Not a lot of people in our street had a car, but we did. And it was an old Ford Consul. I still remember the registration, CCH757. Why? I don't know. But we had some great fun in that car because my dad, as I said, he was really clever. It had bench seats in, and the front bench seat he converted so that it folded back. And here we go, it's done. Nice bit of camping toast. And we used to go camping in it. So I remember the early days when it was just me and my mum and my dad. And then along came my brother. I'm 6 years older than my brother. There we go, put a nice bit of salted butter on the old toast. And for a while, before my sister came along, it was me, my mum and dad and my baby brother. Obviously, Dad got rid of the car at some point and got a newer one. But yeah, so we used to have a little primer stove. And that's how we made toast in the morning, I remember. And my dad used to call it camping toast. I suppose we all can call it camping toast, I don't know. But that's where I've got the name from, because my dad used to call it camping toast. Oh, look at that. Yum. Excuse me. So, like I said yesterday, or on the vlog before, I'm off to Oxford today. I'm going to see my friend Kath. And we're going to stay in Oxford for a couple of days and paint Oxford red. Though I think our painting red is a little bit more subdued these days. I mean, Kath is another lifelong friend of mine. I think we've known each other about 30 odd years. When we were younger, we did have some laughs. I mean, we really did. We still have a laugh now. I mean, we speak to each other virtually every day. We don't live close to each other, but we normally sort of meet halfway between the two, you know, and because she lives up in Nottingham and I'm down in the southwest. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I shall finish my camping toast. I will enjoy the peace because it is lovely. and hope you're all going to do nice things today. Sorry if you've got to work, but if you haven't, hope you're doing some nice things. It's a beautiful day, and I shall catch you while I'm in Oxford. Okay, enjoy. Bye.